Shit, I think some of the problem is they're too low to the ground. I'm sorry, Kat, you're gonna be really annoyed that I'm moving your slide. Did you hear that jingle of dissatisfaction? Oh, hey, look, gut. That is really relevant to what we're going to talk about today. Gut. Da-da-da-da-da. I'm only singing to cover up the depression. There's, like, a bigger topic I want to talk about. I have a feeling that it's, like, the title of this video, because I didn't write this ahead of time, because I am unprofessional trash. We have the general idea, so who cares? Let me just start by telling you about my day. More like my morning. This morning was like mental illness unawareness and then like size-ism. Here's what happened with my morning, right? I had to do some shopping. I was trying to get my Halloween costume together. I was getting some art supplies together. And I was already having a hard time with like irritability. Really frustrating to like articulate my needs and my problems and how to be supportive of me. And it's kind of doubly hard to deal with that when you're living with somebody who really finds it to be your responsibility as an individual to both know what you need and then express it with a smile on your face, right? Which we would never expect somebody with a broken bone to do. And there's just sort of this day-to-day, like, real framing of what I'm going through that, like, because he's not here watching me do it, and I don't do that sort of work around people, I prefer my privacy when I'm working, if possible, and, so he just assumes that I'm not really doing anything. And like, actually, I'm like painting a lot and writing a lot and trying to like still obey my body that is gonna be struggling for quite a bit longer because I just spent the last like year and a half on Zoloft and then stopped. I mean, I withdrew normally, but it's a little rough, right, on the everything to have to come off Zoloft. I had to go to 3 stores. The first store I go to is Michael's. I'm covered in paint, by the way, not fecal matter. Kind of looked like that for a second. I felt like I should clarify. The first place I went to was Michael's. And I knew that if nothing else, they would have like a black t-shirt, and maybe if they had like a decent deal, I'd be able to get multiples because they have like plain shirts that they sell pretty cheap. I want plain shirts for when I inevitably travel in the coming months, right? And there's a fat tax on fucking t-shirts. And not all the fucking t-shirts, just the black fucking t-shirts, right? And I'm trying to be Ninja Brian for Halloween, so that's a problem, because I have to wear black. So I'm annoyed. And this is the thing, right, is that the moment I see a fat tax on something, I tend to shut down and just buy no version of it. So that's what I did. I was like, okay, I need painting supplies still. I'll buy that stuff. Cool. And then we go to Target, and I can't even, like, be left to comprehend and process my thoughts in Target. So that's cool. And then the real sort of crash and burn happens after this when we go to Halloween City. My dad gets so irritated with me being unpleasant to be around that without telling me or anything, he goes in the car and starts to wait for me. And then, without me realizing he's left, I start to have an episode of, like, confusion and, frustration, and I'm, like, having a brain zap, and I'm trying to, like, I have this thing in my hand that I know is too small, but it's the biggest size they have of what I need. I can't get an associate to notice me. I can't get help. I can't go in the dressing rooms. I'm trying to find somebody, right, to, like, let me in a dressing room, or give me a bigger size, or do something, and I come upon this costume, and all it is the gut that goes under the shirt. And it's just like, the real idea is that any costume is funny, or anything can be made funny if you're fat. Especially if it's like fake fat you can just take off. Anything is funny when you're fat, you know, especially like belly fat, you know, the kind that kills you, and you know, the kind I have. You know, that fat you're supposed to feel bad about. It's so funny. And like having that moment of understanding, like, this is such a small thing to be under my skin. I know what it's like to live with my fat guy. I still get dick, or, you know, whatever genitals I would like to have. at the time, but it bugged me. And I think it bugged me because I'm getting fat taxed. I'm not being helped. I'm being, there's a constant sense of invisibility that is coming with my size right now. And so that's being set off, and then I'm just like, oh, but when you do notice me, you finally notice me after taking my money, too much of it, I might add, and you're gonna make fun of me. Great, thanks. So I come home. He finally goes to work. I work through it, and I get it out. I go on Facebook, and who is in the news for the first time in gotta be like 5 years, but Maria Kang. Now, I don't know if you remember Maria Kang, but that's the lady, and she's especially a big deal in Sacramento because this is where she had the billboard. I've seen the billboard. I've vomited in my mouth, IRL, at the billboard, right? And it's this, right? She's standing with her 3 kids, sorry, I can count, and it says, "You're dumb." And the billboard says, what? No, quit making excuses, no more excuses. Get up, come on, get down with the excuses. I already forgot. I already forgot what I'm doing. I'm quality YouTube person, do. What's your excuse? There we go. What's your excuse? By the way, mine's genetics. Not even gonna get into how actually American healthcare made me fat, because God forbid we talk about that. But Maria Kang is being circled around on my feminist news sites and my own Facebook, admittedly, because now she's experienced weight gain and depression and marital troubles, and in fact, not being the perfect woman after all. There's a part of me that wants to be like, oh, my suffering, it sees your suffering, and I forgive you. But you know what? No, I'm not there yet. There is an impact that Maria Kang left on culture. She popped up with her bullshit the same time that fat activists were just starting to talk about their perspective and their life and their thing. She added fuel to this what about your health concern troll fucking fire, right? And now we can talk about the reality of it, right? Which is that you don't give a shit about my health. If it was really about concern about me or my health, I wouldn't be made fun of. And I'm not even, mine was literally one costume part in a bag, and it was enough to hurt me. Right next door, in the next aisle over, a whole aisle, 3 racks, just costumes around the world. Yeah, you got the geishas, and the fucking Indians, and the fucking all of it. I thought Halloween was great. When did Halloween start fucking sucking? Look, I don't know if I made a point, so I'm just gonna make my cat be cute so I get views, okay? My point is, being fat and crazy is hard, even as a white person. And Maria Kang can go fuck herself. I don't care how fat and sad she is, because nobody cares how fat and sad I am. Except you guys. You guys are lovely. And this cat. This cat is also lovely. And not mad at me at all for this. That tail is not violently swishing in the slightest. Mwah! I love you. You like me as a fat person, don't you? Because you get more boob room. Yeah. Thank you for listening to me. It's ironic. You would think that feeling so unheard and so scrambled that I would do videos more, and instead I film a lot and they go nowhere. I really appreciate it. What are you doing? Fucking cat. What are you eating? My pay stubs! Anyway, bye.